Whoa, whoa. What's up? What's up? ACDC in the house. Let's, yeah. Let's clean my spectacles so I can see all the wonderful super chats and free messages and everything. Woo! Yo, 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 yo. In the afternoon. It's 2:30. That's what my dentist said. Earl, you're 2:30. Hey! What up? We got some old school streamers in the house. My name... Oh, look at Lois. She be chilling right now. Man, Lois ain't feeling it today. She ain't feeling it. I am naked without the glasses. I can't see nothing, honey. Nothing, honey. But, you know, this ain't for show, my glasses. A lot of people think my glasses are for show. I can assure you they are not. I very much need them. I'm not just going for a Buddy Holly, Elvis Costello, Rivers Cuomo vibe. I have astigmatism in my left eye. I do like my glasses. Dita eyewear. And the frames fit my head because I have a big head. And I saw LeBron James wearing these. So I thought, you know, if they can fit that fucking head, they can fit mine. I mean, his head makes my head look like a pea. So, uh-oh, message held for review. Those are always the fun ones. Well, what am I doing? I'm just talking, brother. And I am not a dumbass. Yeah, 100% I have a big head. I can't even argue with you on that one. You know, what can you say? What can you say? You got a big head, you got to lean into it. We have our first troll in the stream. Welcome. It's a little early for you, but I'll let you say your thing. I let the trolls speak. Speak your mind, Tammy Faye. I don't mind. Message hell for review. Can you just write your trolls in regular language? Are you fat? No, I'm not. I'm actually in shape for a 56-year-old. If you go on my Instagram, you can see how in shape I am. Do I have a six-pack? Not anymore, but, you know, it's tough. When you do everything naturally, it's hard to, as you get older. I would love for you to like and subscribe. I only ask, I don't beg. So, ask you a question. You seem to not be a fan of mine. Why are you in here then? I am 56. That is old. But what can I do? I grew up in the 80s, man. I don't regret it at all. But I appreciate you being in my stream. I know there's thousands of streams. Actually, I have a job. Stand-up comedy, voiceover acting. I'm on every network right now. So thank you for your job advisement, but I'm good. I'm okay in that regard. Maybe I should stop streaming. Maybe you're onto something. But I can't stop streaming because then I wouldn't have the marvelous opportunity to interact with people like you. So I don't know if I could live without talking to people like you. 100% right. Ryan gets it. He knows the deal. I mean, if you know, you know. And all around great guy, Ryan. You forgot that. But I'm in too good of a mood for the trolls to hurt my feelings. Well, Tim, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. You know, you just got to keep writing, keep getting up as much as you can, and in no time you'll be streaming like I am. Lois is sleeping, yes, for sure. We just went for a little walk. She had some lunch. Now she's in her anxiety bed, just chilling. She's actually doing pretty good. Oddly enough, I stopped giving her medicine and she coughs less. So I think the vet was scamming me and Gail. But, you know, what are you going to do? Listening to a vet is like listening to a mechanic. You don't know what they're saying. You just trust them. I do have a dog. I'm going to call you RNF. RNF, I do have a dog. So, my best friend, to be honest with you. And having a dog helps get me through the tough days of stand-up comedy and voiceover acting. Because it's a tough business. I don't watch WWE, my man, so I don't, like, I'm looking forward to Dynamite. So, William Zoom, what's up? What's up, baby? I don't, I mean, the last thing I saw was the original Cena heel turn, so I don't really, yeah, I don't really care. I'm not going to WrestleMania. I mean, some people keep asking me if I'm doing the WrestleMania roast. I am not. So, and I'm okay with that. I don't like Vegas anyway. Vegas sucks, man. It's hot. It's like depressing walking into a casino and people just going like this with their fucking paychecks. I don't know what to do about that high protege. Yes, I am. Is it Daryl or Darrell? What would be your wrestling? Dick Hammer. And my finishing move would be the money shot. As bad as that sounds, it's not out of the realm that that would be used. Is there an Ask Chandler? There could be, you know, if you ask Chandler a question, you know, maybe she'll answer it. I mean, protege, as dumb as that sounds, that's not a bad idea. I'm not at the Comedy Store this week. I did a Kookaburra set. I did very well, but you know, it's not a room I would fight to go back to, but I would do it again. I mean, I love Katie. She's awesome. And her husband's very cool. You know, her husband's a super successful, and I mean super successful songwriter. You know, he's like on the Desmond Child level. Maybe, you know, I don't know. He's up there. So, you know, that club's going to be there. And, you know, Katie's a very smart businesswoman. So, you know, I didn't know he asked me. I didn't see anything about that. Oh, did he already do the money shot? That's how out of the loop I am. All right, Dick Hammer. Um, although my favorite, yeah, he wrote that song, the Christmas song Mariah Carey sang. I'm not a Mariah Carey fan, so I don't know her music. All I Want for Christmas or something like that. Which is crazy when you think about the money he gets for that song, and then you consider someone like Desmond Child, who I think had 40 top 10 hits or something in that level. I mean, just the money he made off "Slippery When Wet," because he basically wrote all the big hits, "Living on a Prayer" and all that stuff. Desmond Child gets the money, honey. Why don't you watch WWE anymore? I just don't like it. I like AEW a lot better, and I'm friendlier with yes, R.I.P. Val Kilmer, man. That one hurts, man. He's only 65, man. That's young to me. Um, interesting. Um, yeah, I mean Giorgio Moroder, didn't he write most of the American Gigolo soundtrack? And I think some other great '80s films. Um, it's pretty mind blowing if you write. Oh, is that a Chandler question or is that an Earl question? You have to dogs. No, I didn't really watch WWE the last couple of years. Dolph was in it either. Uh, yeah, I mean that's when you think of that, just one song is. I mean, I don't know how much it's made him, but it's made him a lot of money. Um, yeah, Scarface as well. Didn't he do stuff with the Village People, or am I crazy? I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, he was big in the late '70s, early '80s. I do. I go to GCW shows whenever they're here. Um, yeah, I mean, Moroder's doing okay, but didn't he do the American Gigolo soundtrack or something? Yeah, I did Felipe's podcast a long time ago, maybe, Jesus, 3 or 4 years ago. Um, so yeah, but getting back to, I mean, this all kind of started with Zoom asking me about Kookaburra Lounge. So, I think that the sound system is amazing. I mean, you could definitely tell that the acoustics are great. And people have filmed their specials there. I don't want to film mine there just because people have already done it there. But are you going to hit up I don't know what that is. Resin Mania on the 11th? I don't know what that is. Oh, gee. Sorry about that. I don't get the lingo that you kids speak. I think it is, actually, William. I just met him once, which was the night I was at the Kookaburra Lounge. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're developing characters better, but, he jobbed Ziggler out. You could just tell that, and Dolph's never told me this, you could just tell, Hunter didn't like him. I mean, the guy's a fucking star. He's got the look, he's got the body, he's got the wrestling, he's good on the mic. Um, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I really only go to GCW, and they get some pretty big names. I mean, that's where I first saw who's the new guy in AEW with the mullet, and he wrestles barefoot. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. What's his name? Mike something. And I saw Blake, that guy who wrestled Omega last week. I mean, they get some good names, and they get some old school names too. Like I saw, not Scorpio Sky, Too Cold Scorpio wrestle Joey Janela. Oh, thank you, Todd, very much. I'm trying to crack the algorithm. I cracked it once, I think 2 days ago. One of my shorts got like 4,200 views, where on average they get between 400 and 500. So I thought, oh, I'll get some headway now. But then the next short had 150 views. So, I'm still not, I'm still plugging away, trying to crack that algorithm. Um, Iron Sheik was the best. Yeah, I mean, I know that I think he was also in charge of the soundtrack for American Gigolo. I mean, just on that alone, because I saw the money Motorhead made basically with, what was it? Not Born to Raise Hell. What's their Ace of Spades? I mean, they made about 100 grand a year in publishing off of one song, essentially. So, oh yeah, thank you, Todd. I'm too dumb to quit. So, um, I'll keep plugging, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that one. But I think it was how I titled it. I titled it "Strike First, Strike Hard," and oh, I remember that movie with Patrick Dempsey and Vic Tayback, Mel from Alice. Um, so I'm trying to. I think. Excuse me. I think if you come up with clever titles, like I don't know, I'll guess maybe some Karate Kid fans hit Strike First, Strike Hard, and my video came up. I don't know if Richard Gere. Yeah, I mean, Meet Me Halfway. I mean, just that song was big. I mean, the soundtrack was probably bigger than the movie. I also like the soundtrack song off Over the Top Robin Zander sang. And here's the thing, some of my favorite songs of all time aren't on Spotify. Like Ray Kennedy's Brothers in the Night, which is the song that plays over the end credits of Uncommon Valor. It's not anywhere to be found but on YouTube. And Larry Green, who sang the song that played over the end credits on Over the Top. Take me on, take me higher. I think that's not on any Spotify or anything. I would think no, not Melrose, Larry Green, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. See, I'll get the Stern fans going. So that's an interesting. You'd think that someone from Ray Kennedy's family would go, "Hey, let's put this song on Spotify and make a few bucks." You're not going to make a ton of money off of one song on Spotify, but something's better than nothing. And Larry Green, I think he also had a song on the Top Gun soundtrack. So it's just interesting how certain things work. The Vince Neil song is not on Spotify. He did with Desmond Child called "Promise Me." That's a great song, man. There's a video of it on YouTube, but well, that's the urban legend that Richard Gere had a gerbil up his butt. Um, I guess the theory is the way it moves would stimulate your booty. Favorite Val Kilmer film? I'm going to say Real Genius. Not one of his bigger films, but great cast. Dean Devlin, who became a huge producer. The bad guy from Bachelor Party. What's his name? Robert something, I think. Of course, you've got the great John Grease, who is in White Lotus. Um, I did not. Is that a Chandler question? Oh, yeah, that would be an Earl question. You lead it off with Earl. Callan and Schaub are moving to Austin. I don't keep up with what those guys are doing, so. Um, yes, Kuzi is killing it in LA. That he's speaking about Kuzmenko, the person that people, when he was traded from Philly to LA, people were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" We wanted Tuck. We wanted it was the guy from Raquel from Pittsburgh because he's friends with Kempe. But Kuzmenko is, he looked good even in the 7 games. His first 7 games, he didn't have a point. And he kind of reminds me of a smaller version of Kovalchuk. He's got the moves. He's not quite as physically uh, active as Kovalchuk was. I mean, Kovalchuk, you would run him, he'd give you the reverse hit and knock you down. But yeah, I don't really care where Callan moves. And Schaub, I got no problem with Schaub. I don't know him. We did one show together. He was nice enough. Um, it'll be interesting to see if Schaub gets on at the mothership because you know Oh, I'd be honest with you, SC. Uh, I almost called you by your real name. My bad, my bad. Uh, it was never awkward for me when I ran into him. It's like listen, I speak the truth. So if you speak the truth, it's really not awkward. Like people ask me all the time, is it awkward when you see Jeff? I've stood right next to Jeff at the Comedy Store. It's not awkward for me. Might be awkward for him because he knows, like, and if you notice, he's never said a bad word about me because he can't. He can't deny what he did to me was wrong. He just can't. I mean, he's a sociopath, but he can't. Um, Tony and Anthony, who I don't keep up with Hinchcliffe. Well, I mean, it's a little late in the game to make a living off of Rogan. Um, but those guys are in with Rogan, so you could do. I mean, I'm sure they both make money on their podcast. And what up, Mac? I mean, Shab is a popular podcaster, so I'm sure he makes a living off of it. And Callan probably makes a decent living off all the films and TV shows he's been on. That's cool, Dr. Holes. Dr. Holes Balls. I like that. See, I said your name. I mean, but it's just my theory is that because I get asked all the time, why don't you move to Austin? The lineup Rogan's ass is at capacity, so for me it just doesn't make sense. But with Callan and Schaub, um, they're friends with Rogan, like much more friendlier with him than I am. So I can understand them going there. I mean, I don't know if I mean I'm sure Callan would get spots at the mothership. I don't know if Schaub would, but I don't know. I don't know. I love Kirk Metzger. Well, we're actually kind of a similar comic. We go into the dry and dark humor. Kurt's a great writer. He wrote on Borat and stuff. We've done some shows together, all at the Comedy Store. But I like Kurt. He's a very cool guy. Um, so yeah, I mean the mothership is. I mean I had a good time there. I mean, I was talking with someone the other night about it. Like I had a funner time at Red Band's Club because the green room there is more of a hang. People are playing video games, and comics from LA are meeting comics from Austin, and it's a good vibe. At the mothership, especially in the green room, it's just very. There's a hierarchy. You speak when spoken to, and there's no really like. Um, camaraderie there. It's like you wait for Joe to talk, then you wait for Tony to talk, then you wait for Hassan to talk, then you wait for whoever else is fourth on the list, and then so. And I don't really do well under that kind of hierarchy type thing. So, but Joe was very very friendly to me. When I went there, he got up, gave me a big hug when I walked in the room, gave me a hug when he left. Said, if you need anything, let me know. Bought us all burgers. And these were not like $2 burgers. These were like buffalo steak. These were gourmet burgers. He didn't have to do that. Uh, well, I mean, I don't think he's moving just because of the Comedy Store. I mean, the Laugh Factory puts him up. The Improv puts him up. I mean, that's the one thing I do like um, about the Comedy Store is that, they keep it real, man. And Emily, the booker, she's a bad bitch. Like, you know, she has a moral high ground, and she's like, I'm not putting these people up. So I love it. Um, it's really warm here in Peachtree, Georgia. I'm from Los Angeles. What up, Shandy? Oh, what is cold in Vegas? I mean, what does that mean? I mean, because I've been to Winnipeg, Canada, Manitoba, and cold is when it was minus 21 there. No wind chill. Yikes. So I do find it gets cold at night in Vegas. It's so funny to me. I mean, I know it's a desert, but like in the daytime it's 115 degrees, and then at night it drops down to like 40. Which 40 isn't even really that cold, but when it was 115 a couple hours ago, it's a little cold. Yeah, I mean, getting on Joe's podcast, it might not mean what it used to, but it's still like, uh, the number one. I think most comics would rather go on um, Rogan than say the Tonight Show. Because the Tonight Show, you do it once and then that's it. It's repeated maybe once or twice. But you go on Rogan, there's a million shows that clip stuff, and it's on YouTube, it's on Spotify. It's just a much bigger bang for your buck. Why the Rock able turn out lesbians? Mr. Favorite. Why the? Well, hold on, man. Why the Rock able turn out lesbians? I don't know what you're asking, crew. I would wear a fur coat. You got style, baby. It's all about style. And one thing you can't accuse me of is not having style. Well, I am a like and subscription grifter, no doubt about that. Rock beats scissors. Yeah, I guess. I mean, why the Rock able turn out lesbians? I have no idea what that means, crew. But welcome aboard, crew. You're one of my favorites in here. You're a streaming soldier. Okay, I've never seen that movie, and I don't believe I've ever seen one episode of Sex in the City, even though I did like Chris Noth, who later had some alleged creepy behavior. He kind of got canceled, so that's got to be tough when your character on TV, Mr. Big, and I loved him on Law and Order too, but I think he pretty much, I don't know if he acts anymore. Once you get labeled in Hollywood, you're out of here, baby. Especially for an older white guy, they were probably like, "Yeah, there's someone younger who could do your role." Yeah, he. I forget the. It was just Me Too type behavior, and we have a question for the Chandler doll.
SCVID show, the creepiest comic up there was Brian Callen. What a fucking loser. That's one thing me and Earl can still agree on.
Yeah, Chris Noth was a handsome man, good actor. But, who knows? I always like to hear the accused sides too. And he kind of was quiet, which makes me believe, there's two schools of thought when someone's quiet. One, they're innocent, so they don't feel the need to defend themselves. Or two, they're guilty and they just want people to forget about it. I will take questions for the Chandler doll in good taste. In good taste. Well, good for you, CZ. We're going to call you CZ. Now, I said within good taste. Don't get out of hand here.
Well, because I had dated losers before Earl. And when he came into my life, I knew I was in over my head. Sometimes you don't really appreciate what you have till you start dating losers again. Hee 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 hee.
Hello. You guys are out of control, man. But that's why I like you guys. You guys are soldiers in the Earl Army. Aye, aye. I'll do another couple minutes, and then I'm on the way to yoga. Michael Jackson, he left a lot of boys behind. Hell! I don't care if he can moonwalk or not. What a fucking creep. What up, Ryan?
I don't know. I don't know that. I guess I thought, I can't wait to leave him, but, you know, maybe I should have tried a little harder. Hee 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 hee.
Sorry, I didn't have anything for that one. I mean, she didn't have anything for that one. Yeah, our house. Shit. Or was that for the Chandler doll? My bad. I want to read the letter at nighttime. Yes, R.I.P. Val Kilmer. My favorite movies of his, I would say my three favorite were Real Genius, Top Secret, and Heat. Do you ever miss her? Yeah, you remember the good times. Um, you know, I mean, for 3 out of the 3.5 years, they were near perfect. The last 6 months, and this is probably another thing we could agree on, sucked. So, but she's the type that would remember the last 6 months, not the first 3 years. So, what are you gonna do? See, I'm honest. And I like the Saint too. I mean, I know Roger Moore will forever be the Saint to me, but the Saint didn't do that well from what I remember. But I like that. I mean, I never really got into Willow and stuff like that. But Top Secret's a really fucking funny movie, man. Like, and there's a lot of subtleties in that movie. I mean, it's a little more of a thinking man's airplane. Like the one scene where they're walking to break into the prison and they're walking on the leaves, and Val Kilmer's like, shh, and they keep walking, and then they're still walking on leaves, but there's no noise. It's like stuff like that. That's funny to me. Or when the guy jumps on the grenade to protect his buddies, and then instead of the guy blowing up who jumped on the grenade, all the other guys blow up. Oh, that's an easy.
I hated that fat bitch.
They were not fans of each other. But the funny thing is, they never met. But, that is something that I can't speak to. You'd have to ask her. Please don't reach out to her, please. I know one of you will, but just I do a lot for you guys in this stream. I don't ask much. I mean, I know some of you guys. And by the way, I don't go on any ex's social media because you're never gonna find something you like. You're gonna find someone with another dude, or they're looking better than when they dated you, or you're never gonna. Like, I could go on her Instagram right now, and I'm sure there's a picture of her looking great or with a dude. That's not gonna make me feel better. So that's the one advice I always give. Sorry, my laundry's upstairs. But sorry. Laurel Canyon is right in my backyard. I mean, the Kings looked real good last night against Winnipeg. I mean, the Kings, it's a tough out. I was just telling my buddy, we're hockey fans, and we were going over. That noise will stop in a minute. There's legitimately 10 teams who could win the Stanley Cup this year. You got Vegas, you got Edmonton. I mean, Edmonton has the two best players in the world, so they're always in contention. The Kings are a tough out. Dallas, Colorado, tough outs. But one of them's going to lose in the first round, which is criminal, because they're going to play each other. And then you look in the East, you've got the Florida teams. Obviously, you've got the Capitals. Toronto looks good. This is probably the best Toronto team in a while. Can you guys be quiet? I'm trying to do laundry. Hello. And then you got a wild card team, you know, like Carolina, you know, they're no joke. And then you take a team like no questions until the noise stops, even for the Chandler doll. I'll be a mime. Oh, you can do better than that, Aiden. I mean, the earlier old stuff, it gets old. Pick up a pen, baby. Write a new zinger. Yeah, Rod Brindamore, great coach. And the players like playing for him. He is the definition of a player's coach because he was a player at a high level. I am drying my regular workout clothes, I guess. Lois is chilling right now. Earl doesn't remember when Baskin Robbins had one flavor. Hey! Yes, I'm drying my underwear.
Earl can do anything he wants. Unfortunately, I can't because Earl's not bankrolling me anymore. Hee hee hee.
So yeah, I don't go on anyone's social media that I used to date. Although someone, you know, periodically people send me videos that she's done that reference me. I mean, I think when we first broke up, someone sent me a TikTok video of, I guess it's one she made. I just deleted it. I didn't watch it. It was like, I'm the girl he left. I'm the girl he didn't want anymore, something like that. And it's like, she left me. Like, so, you know, I just, you know, once again, I don't do anything in my life that doesn't make me happy. So, you know, I knew if I were to get in a war of words or war of videos with her, it wasn't going to make me happy. It might make me happy for 2 seconds because, you know, being a roast comic, I guess, I know how to hurt people's feelings. And, you know, when you date someone for 3.5 years, you know they're on and off buttons, as she knows mine as well. So it just wouldn't have, it would have been fun for you guys to watch, but not fun for me. Hello, Marjorie. Well, I mean, I just, you know, I knew the premise of, I could just tell what the video was about without having to watch. I honestly, I would tell you guys, I never watched it, so I'll just assume she kind of insinuated that I cheated on her or something, because I know that people who are our mutual friends, you know, and none of them picked her side. You know, I still talk to every single mutual friend, except for her best friend. But even if I saw the best friend in public, we would say hello to each other. So, you know, that's even true with the girl I was dating about a year ago. All of her mutual friends, like literally every single one, were like, hey, we're Team Earl. So, you know, people just love me. So I'm a hard guy to talk shit about. What energy drink? It is sour pink lemonade.
Even I'm not that stupid.
Because, well, when I roast battle and I'm motivated, I'm unbeatable. Now, the last time I roast battle was against my friend Robin Tran for the Comedy Central Festival Cluster Fest, and I didn't want to do it. They asked me to do it, so I forced them to put me on stand-up shows. So, I wasn't motivated, and I lost in overtime to Robin, and she's awesome. But I went in there like they asked me if I wanted to battle Jamar Neighbors. I'm like, yeah, me and Jamar, it would be fun, but we'd just be fucking around. It would just deteriorate. And then they asked me if would you battle Mike Lawrence. I'm like, we've already battled. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't battle Mike, but like, and I'm like, well, who else is on the show? And they're like, well, Robin Tran. I'm like, give me her. I'll battle a trans comic in the trans capital of the world. Basically, I was giving myself an unwinnable battle, which I'm always performing at my best at. So, if I battled an ex, I mean, I'm cutthroat, man, when I have to be. But Ronco, I used to see Ron Popeil all the time in my neighborhood. I think he died a couple years ago. So, but I will never roast battle again, just because that would help Jeff Ross out, and why the fuck would I do that? So, I mean, that could be a good show, where you just have exes battle each other. But, when I was motivated, I was very hard to beat, because I wouldn't do like, you look like jokes. I would attack your comedy. Because, you can, hopefully sooner than later, my man, you know, you can call me old, and I realize I'm 56, but I think I look pretty good for my age, so it doesn't really hurt my feelings when you call me old. You can make fun of me for dating younger girls, but that's not really a bad thing, to be honest with you. But nobody likes to be told they're not funny. If you're a comic, that hurts your feelings, that hurts your soul. So I would attack people's comedy, and that would not go well for anyone if I was motivated against you. Yes, check out Inappropriate Earl, please. I'm a great Would You Battle Ross? I tried for 2 years to battle him. And then I was told by a mutual friend, well, Jeff's thinking about battling you, but you guys would have to go over the jokes. And that ain't happening. You're Mr. Roast Master. Let's go one-on-one, baby. No notes, no fucking, And I realized that knowing how Jeff works, he would just hire Bolivia to write him 5 jokes about me. And I already beat her, so there's no need to beat her again. Like, I would not be battling Jeff. I would be battling basically my ex. So, no. Yes, 21. It's amazing. I was talking about like a situation in the LA comedy world where someone was had sex with a 16-year-old. They were 22, she was 16, multiple times, I might add. And literally almost 100% of the defenses, well, that's pretty close. Like, wow, I hope you have daughters, you fucking scummy people. Well, I mean, I've had writers too for Roast Battle, in full disclosure, so there's nothing wrong with having writers or whatever. But like, I just know he would just have her write 5 jokes about me, and then he would recite them. And I mean, he's got a worse delivery than FedEx, so I wouldn't even be battling him. So, and with what I have on him, and I know stuff about him nobody knows. So it would. Oh, Chandler doll. You guys love the Chandler doll. Chandler doll, waiver $2. Thank you very much. We'll have Chandler doll give you the green machine. Hey Chandler doll, what say you of Ray DeVito on MLC now?
That guy sucks.
Um, who? Well, and like it's all true too. Like I don't make that was my one rule of roast battle. If it's true, it's on the table, and I don't care how personal it is. If it's true, it's on the table. So I actually battled that person, the 22-year-old at the time, and I'm like, you can't count calories or the age of consent. Hello. So I don't make up stuff because a lot of people in roast battle do. Not me. But I will never battle again. Trust me on that one. I'm not doing anything that would help Jeff out. And that's exactly what that would do. If I came back to roast battle, it would be big news if you follow that show. Now, in the grand scheme of comedy, nobody else would care. But, I would, that's, and I'm a guy who literally is a never say never type of guy. I can assure you I will never do that. You guys have my word on that. And I've even been asked, hey, why don't you come and judge if Jeff's not there? It still helps Jeff. Because if you watch, I mean, go on whatever roast battle is on now. What is it on Periscope or Vine or whatever? They tape the weekly show. Watch the battles and compare it to my era. That's how I think about it. Well, you got the ray gun, baby. Carrot Top's not just made a living. He's made Carrot Top doesn't have fuck you money. He has fuck off money. Thank you, Waver, for your super chat. I've now hit the goal of $2 in the first 48 minutes, so I'll go to an hour. Ooh, what am I, Steel Toe, PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, YouTube links, whatever. Hot links, hot dogs. Who knows? That would be funny if I just started doing a puppet ad with Chandler. Hey, thanks for leaving me. You inspired me. So a Glock 20 or anything in 10 minutes. I'm not sure what that means, Carmine. I'm not sure what that means. But I thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. You are a soldier in the Earl Army. And I don't take that lightly. Yes, I could be a ventriloquist. Who knows? I mean, whatever it takes to make it in this business. I mean, Axel was right. In LA comedy, it's a jungle out here, baby. I mean, I don't really like buying any like meat in a grocery store. What up, 5-minute tourism? Wait, hey, I heard if you take it in the ass in Australia, you don't feel it till the next day. Hoo, because of the time change. Pew. Gas station sushi. It's funny. The Chandler doll got sick once eating gas station sushi. Yeah, I got to make the money, honey. One day, maybe you'll get a Chandler puppet. Well, if someone wants to make it for me, you know what she looks like. Well, I'm sure I'd get an email after that one. Captain Coke, $5. You're a good dude, LOL, especially because you're a rap fan. Whoa. My doll just fell. My Akeem, my brother. I love me some rap. Yes, R.I.P. Robin Crosby. I mean, he lived a nice life. I had a friend of mine who worked at a place on Sunset called Johnny Guitar. Said Robin Crosby came in with like half of a foot because he had gout and sold like these really nice Jackson Charvel guitars with the reverse neck, which is like rare. I don't, it points up instead of down. For like $50. Like these were probably 2,500, $3, $4, $5,000 guitars. Lay it down, lay it down. EA Sports, it's in the game. I mean, the Rat's got some great songs. If you listen to their greatest hits album, I think it's Rat 90, no, 81, 91. There's not too much filler on that album. Yeah, I mean, I've lost a lot of friends. Too many problems the world can't solve. Too many people, no one likes to be involved. Lack of communication, back off. Rearranging, it's all the same. Heard it came from Memphis, somewhere down south. Started hanging out with the blues crowd. That's how he got that crazy sound. What is all this talking going round? Steel guitar strapped across his back. Way cool, Junior. You got it. You want it. You're not taking a chance from me. I do have a good voice, to be honest with you. Deep. It's deep baritone. So Rat songs kind of fit my vocal stylings. Now, some of you like the side view. I've got to type out something on my iMac. So, excuse me while I take care of some business. But I will still do the stream because I'm a fucking professional. Way Cool Junior is a good song. I used to go to that nightclub it was filmed at all the time, Wall Street. It's on Wilshire. I had some good times in that club. So I get the layout. I think it was also the same place where Fallen Angel was filmed. It's funny, if you remember the video for Fallen Angel, when she kicks the pimp in the balls, that guy was a very well-known character actor. His name was Anthony something. I think he was in Pale Rider, that cowboy movie. Has a skinny face. Or The Unforgiven. He was either in The Unforgiven or Pale Rider. And then it was one of those Clint Eastwood cowboy movies. And I saw him at my gym once. And I asked him, Anthony Z, something with a Z, I think. And I said, "Hey, you're the pimp from Fallen Angel." He's like, "That bitch had to kick me 20 times in the balls. I guess she couldn't get the kick right, so they kept having to reshoot it." Okay, Anthony James, thank you very much. I think he's still alive, although I haven't seen. No, not Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, he's in a lot of things. He had a great angular face and a kind of a wonky hairline. Like he wasn't like completely bald, but like he was probably like 40% bald, but he had and he was, I just watched a movie with Clint Eastwood. It was Joe Kidd. I'd never seen that movie with Robert Duvall and John Saxon. Okay. I mean, there's only so many roles for him because he was so unique looking. He kind of was in that Robert Zadar thing where, Robert Zadar was the guy with the pronounced jaw, who I used to know. He used to come into my gym I worked at. Oh, he died? Anthony James died? Or Anthony Bourdain died. Yeah, he was in like, Anthony James was in like shit like Barnaby Jones and like Mannix and Cannon. I mean, the go-to bad guy. And then in the 80s, I think he was in the cowboy movie. He was in, the Fallen Angel. I mean, he did look like a pimp. That's not in the budget right now, Moses, but sooner than later. I think Fallen Angel is Poison's best song. Oh, Anthony James died? Oh, wow, that's a bummer. No wonder I haven't seen him at the gym. Hello! I don't know why he went to the gym. He had like this really lanky, like I don't even want to say surfer body. He kind of looked like a bigger DJ Quails. That would be funny. I'll have to look into that. I would have to, I'm going to figure that hotel, that specific room. That's got to be a couple $100 to rent out on a Sunday night. Yeah, Edward James Olmos. Well, I think he works out like karate and stuff. I don't know if Anthony James. I mean, this is when I was a trainer at Family Fitness on Pico. I don't recall him really like working out. I mean, he did like some ab work, and Edward James Olmos is like a legit like workout guy. For someone his age. Um, Rolling the dice. Well, I like Fallen Angel because I've seen it so many times in LA comedy where a new girl comes in, they come up to the comedy store, they think they're going to make it, and then they realize, oh, it's a female booker. I can't sleep my way in here. And then, they get into the grifter crowd with people like Brian Callen and that shit. And I've seen Fallen Angel almost every night of my life in LA comedy. I don't know. I mean, Ralphie. I don't think Ralphie wanted to get better, to be honest with you. Well, luckily, I don't invest in Bitcoin, so I think that was the problem with Ralphie. And plus he's going through a rough divorce. That probably spiraled him a little bit. Um, yeah, I mean, I know the Booker at the Ice House. I saw him the other night at the Comedy Store. DDP yoga is basically yoga. It's nothing, and like it's not innovative, and I don't mean that as a slam on DDP. It's just regular yoga, but it's taught by a wrestler. So it might maybe cater. I mean, I guess the marketing, like whatever it might cater maybe towards older guys whose bodies are fucked up. Um, but I mean, if anyone could motivate Ralphie May, it would have been DDP. He does have a great energy about him. Um, he probably already has, to be honest with you. I mean, when she moved to New York the first time, I was getting calls literally like days after she got there. Go, hey, you used to date Bolivia, right? I'm like, and I already knew exactly what the next question was going to be. Well, she's at this. She's at the cellar right now, trying to get in to sit at the comics table. I've never been to the cellar, but the cool kids area is the comics table in the back, and this guy is what is basically a paid regular at the cellar. He's like, yeah, she's kind of insinuating she'll do whatever it takes. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do about it? You know, okay. Um, so, um, but I think she's like a school shooter. Like I've known comics who slept their way to the top. She slept her way to the middle. And the bad thing about that is when you fuck your way to the middle, like your fucking roast battle comics, they're not going to help you. They can't help you. They can't help themselves. You're going to run out, and then you're just the girl. Oh, that's the girl who's fucked everyone. So it's kind of like, um, she got basically kicked out of LA twice because, everyone had done what they did with her. New York, same thing. And even from what I understand, Stanhope's crew is kind of distancing themselves from her. And when he says that's not good. But, I still wish her well. Like, I haven't talked to her in probably 8 years. Obviously, what, she said about me, no one believed her. But, like, that's fucking hatred, dude. To make up a story of someone hitting you, that's fucking wrong, man. But I got the last laugh because she can't get on a lamb anymore because everyone's already fucked her. She fucks like a school shooter. Like it's just wild. Uh, Captain Coke, $5. The Padres are officially 7-0. Dodgers and the Padres are the only undefeated teams. Padres, let's go. Sorry, but I had to. Hey, it's all good. I'm not a baseball guy. I mean, well, Jeff already did take her in. I think like 2 years ago, she ended up sleeping on his podcast floor because that room got no action. And but that's um, I mean, Jeff, way to be late to the party on that one. Um, so thank you, Captain Coke. You're awesome too. I appreciate the super tips or whatever. super chats. It's $12 more than I had an hour ago. So it's not lost on me that in these trying times, in a recession, thanks to the Donald just going buck wild on tariffs, I appreciate that. We're soldiers in the Earl Army, and you guys are on the front lines of my battle against the LA comics. I won't quit. Nothing is over. But we'll go for another, let's do another 3 minutes, guys, and then I got to go. Message hell of a review. These are always fun. Yes, the water is expensive, no doubt about it. Well, I mean, I just had someone, a good friend of mine, this girl's hot, and she only hangs out with hot girls. I meet her at this restaurant. She's like, hey, I'm with my 2 girlfriends, come and meet me. And this one girl she's trying to set me up with is 27, but she literally looks like she's 12 years old. I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing? Come on. I'm not a Billy Squier fan, even though I think Billy Squier was the first big name artist to take Rat out on the road. And I guess Rat was too out of control for Billy Squier. Even her feet were sexy. Hello. Yeah, I'm not. I only know that one Billy Squier song, "The Stroke." Isn't that the video that got him into trouble? Like he was like this macho rocker, and then he did some like Piazza like video running around in underwear, and that's like it ruined his career. It's just like that one video Twisted Sister did the cover for Leader of the Pack. It just ruined their career. Now their career was probably heading toward an end anyway, but like in terms of like their prime, but. That's just okay. Sorry, my bad. I'm not like I said. I'm not a big Billy Squier fan. So, isn't that wild though? That, and I think what killed the '80s metal genre was the Cherry Pie video, and then like that was often compared to Nirvana's "Smells Like Teenage Spirit." It's like, oh fuck, this genre might be over. All right, Carmine, we don't talk like that in here. I mean, I'm going to show it, but like we don't do the dirty talk in here. This is serious stream, guys. Serious stream. Yeah, the Rock Me Tonight video. Even I was like, it's like that Benny Mardona's song where he's like creeping outside of like a 14-year-old's window. It's like this is creepy as fuck, man. Christine 16, I mean, how that song didn't kill Kiss's career, but that's when fucking an underage girl was cool. She's been around, but she's young and clean. Like, what? She drives me crazy. She sees me through to the end. That is Gene Simmons literally singing about a girl, a 16-year-old jacking him off. I mean, that's the real deal. I mean, Kiss, they don't fuck around, Kiss. 30 seconds, guys. And then I'm off to hot yoga to improve upon my body. Hello, Earl Skakel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Earl Skakel in the house. Get back to streaming. I took a break from streaming, like a day or two break, just to make you guys want to miss me. Captain Coke, $5. Young and clean. I've got to have her. Can't live without her. Whoa, no. Captain Coke, yeah, yeah. That day I saw you coming out of school that day, I just knew I've got to have you. I've got to have you. EA Sports, it's in the game.